Alright, I gotta unmute myself. Today's gonna be a bit of a lazy day, guys. I'm getting back into making the videos again. I've been watching the Rittenhouse trial. It has been absolute disaster for the state's prosecution. But, yeah, good on Kyle. You go, Kyle, you go, you good thing. Now, obviously our boy Tom has put out a video called Balloons. I have not heard this. I do not know what it's like. I'm imagining him fill a room with balloons, but we'll see. But let's jump into it. Let's see what it's like. Let's listen to it. Then we'll do a breakdown of it. And yeah, we're just going to do Reaction Friday. Well, Friday for you guys. Saturday for me. Let's jump into it.
I miss the days when no one even knew my name. Now everywhere I go, I wear a hat to hide my face. I got weapons hidden inside every room in my place. Now I have to keep a pistol on me, always just in case. This is a nightmare. Never expected the fame to be something I would wrestle with and fight to embrace. Sometimes I feel like the love I get's outweighed by the hate. I hid the tears, but I can't hide from the pain. I'm working 20-hour days, can't even love me, y'all. I'm burnt out, asleep on my weight bench, trying to find the strength to work out. Should be happy I'm successful. I just went and bought my first house. Thought money would help cure my depression, but it's worse. How? Tired of it. Lucky I don't have a manager, cause I'll be firing them. Tired of talking to other artists who just want to tell me I'm inspiring them. Parents keep telling me they have a kid and they're thankful the child is admiring me. Great, wanna know how I feel? I might kill myself before retiring. I'm in the clouds, I can't reach the ground. They're coming in crowds, blew me up like a balloon and let me go. Watch me float away while I scream no. Every time I get close, they pull out their phones. Like maybe this time we can see them explode. Blew me up like a balloon and let me go. They all throwing rocks cause they tryna poke holes. They wanna see me pop, they don't wanna see me blow. They're the reason that I'm gone, they don't wanna see me go. Blew me up like a balloon and left me. I miss the times when I could go outside. I didn't have to watch my back out of the corner of my eye. I didn't have to fake a smile and pose for pictures all the time. Can't even lie, I miss when time was really mine. Now I just belong to everybody else but me. These panic attacks are making it awful hard to breathe. Built a vocal booth inside the crib and stopped making beats. Don't even rap, I stand inside of it and scream. Like this is not what I expected. I work my hands to the bone, and my anxiety is triggered by the apps on my phone. I tried deleting them so the internet would leave me alone, but the lack of attention made me feel worse than before. I'm sick of it all, the internet watching me trip when I fall. Embarrassed that everyone witnesses all. My illness isn't real time, man, I'm addicted to y'all. Rappers on Twitter don't get me involved. I'm posing for photos with fans in the mall and dying inside pretending I'm strong. I'm not a celebrity, I am just tall. Me like a balloon and let me go. Watch me float away while I scream no. Every time I get close, they pull out their phones. Like maybe this time we can see them explode. Blew me up like a balloon and let me go. They all throwing rocks cause they tryna poke holes. They wanna see me pop, they don't wanna see me blow. They're the reason that I'm gone, they don't wanna see me go. Blew me up like a balloon and left. I miss the years when every Friday wasn't spent with my therapist. Then I realized I hated fame and accepted I'm scared of it. I got Ativan, Cipralex, Xanax, and Seroquel in a Tupperware container. I don't touch, I just stare at them. Breathing exercise is supposed to help me to cope, but nothing works quite as good as a bottle of Jack and a smoke. I try to focus on my breath, but it gets stuck in my throat. This never happened back when I was young and happy and broke. I never thought I'd be the rapper all these rappers trying to be. Posting 20 times a day, now I don't have no privacy. Meeting with these major labels, CEOs with giant teams. If y'all want to do business, why are y'all trying to lie to me? I'm bored of the fame. Every time it feels
That's
like
cool.
I'm getting more of the same. Interviewers think they know who I am, they made up their mind before I explain. Well, because you asked so nice, I guess I'll tell. Ain't been feeling too hot lately, Jim. Is there anything else? Great, cause lately every day I feel like I'm living in hell. I'm glad.
He says Jim. I wonder if that's Jim Acosta. But I think it's just an arbitrary name he's just thrown in.
The music helps you, but I might really kill myself. When this magazine gets printed, can you send one to my house? I'd like to own a tiny piece of me like everybody else. Go, watch me float away while I scream no. Every time I get close, they pull pull out their phones. Like maybe this time we can see them explode. Blew me up like a balloon and let me go. They out throwing rocks cause they tryna poke holes. They wanna see me pop, they don't wanna see me blow. They're the reason that I'm gone, they don't wanna see me go. Blew me up like a balloon and left me.
Wow. Video by Nova and Dave MacDonald. Who the hell's Dave MacDonald? Is that his father? Maybe? Wow. Wow, wow. So there is a lot in that song to unpack. Obviously, the major thing that it's talking about is the pitfalls of popularity. Obviously, he's talking about how he's always uploading to his phone. He doesn't have time for himself anymore. That, everybody wants a piece of him. It talks about the interviews. We got to break it all down because, wow, Tom. I must admit, when I first heard the beat, I was like, nah. Yeah, but I really liked that chorus. I really liked it when the beat dropped. Let's just jump straight back into it. First thing is the set is that I'm presuming that's 2 shots. I'm presuming that the foreground there is obviously a set that's been built, and then the rest of this is just CGI.
I miss the days when no one even knew my name. Now everywhere I go, I wear a hat to hide my face. I got weapons hidden inside every room in my place. Now I have to keep a pistol on me always just in case. This is a nightmare. Never expected the fame to be something I would wrestle with and fight to embrace. Sometimes I feel like the love I get's outweighed by the hate. I hid the tears, but I can't hide from the pain.
He's basically just saying there that this is a nightmare. How at the end of the day, he's got to have guns and everything in the room of every house because he's worried someone's going to come after him. Which, have you seen the online mob on Twitter? You look at what's happening with Kyle Rittenhouse and everything at the moment. It's absolutely insane. Not even just that, but Project Veritas literally gets raided by the FBI, and then their information then gets leaked to the New York Times. It was privileged between Project Veritas and their lawyers. So there is a lot of shenanigans going on right now. People turning up to people's houses, doxing people and stuff like that. We are really starting to get right into this culture war, and I can't blame someone like Tom. I have the benefit of anonymity. Nobody knows who I am. And at the end of the day, this is why I don't show my face. It's because of the stuff of this. There have been times that people turned up to people's homes. And, you look at what happened with Boogie and that other creator. I'm not sure Boogie was entirely not at fault there. But regardless, you have people turning up to people's homes, doxing people. It is insane what is happening right now. And this is what Tom's saying. At the end of the day, look, this is a nightmare. I've got to have guns in every room in my house because I'm worried some freak is going to turn up because I've said something about the LGBT or trans or whatever insert reason here. He's worried that people might turn up because they get... you look at David Chappelle. Look what's happening to David Chappelle right now. It's literally an online assassination of his character. You're going to tell me if David Chappelle didn't have decent security in his house, there was no way people would have turned up by now? They would have been outside his house. You had senators and everything in the Republicans who have had people turn up, the Antifa turn up to outside their house and everything like that. So, yeah, I get it, Tom. I really do. Man, it sucks. Yeah, but...
I'm working 20-hour days, can't even lie.
Love that beat drop.
Asleep on my weight bench, trying to find the strength to work out. Should be happy I'm successful. I just went and bought my first house. Thought money would help cure my depression, but it's worse. How? I'm tired of it. Lucky I don't have a manager, cause I'll be firing them. Tired of talking to other artists who just want to tell me I'm inspiring them. Parents keep telling me they have a kid and they're thankful the child is admiring me. Great, wanna know how I feel? I might kill myself before retiring.
So... yeah, he's going on about the pressures there of fame, his pressures of him having to constantly perform. He's got all these fans that are like, dude, we love you. And look, man, as a fan, I get it. Like you're speaking a lot of shit, a lot of truth that people are like, fuck, thank God someone has said. And look, people like me, like, we've obviously been saying this same sort of shit that you have, dividing us, divide and conquer, putting people in boxes. I've been saying it for years, right? But we can get it and we can scream it into the YouTube, and you can bury us, and YouTube can screw up our analytics and stuff like that, right? But Tom's breaking through that censorship. He's breaking through to the normies, to the average day Joe, where they're sitting there going like, hang on, yeah, what's up with this? How can the US Capitol have a fence, but the US border can't? He's like, they're like, wow, this shit is not making sense. And that's the power of the culture, right? That's the power of the culture war. Is it the fact that people like Tom, and not only Tom, but, and I know Tom and Brandon and Tupac and Topak and all these guys that had a thing, but regardless of them infighting and stuff like that, at the end of the day, they're all speaking about the same stuff. They're all talking about the same dangers to society, and they have this ability to break through those barriers, those artificial barriers that have been put up by YouTube because of culture, because of music. Like if someone had turned around and said to me 5 years ago now even, that culture, music would have played a bigger role, I probably would have learnt to rap. But, like I said, at the end of the day, it's what he's talking about. It's nothing new to us, but to a lot of the people out there, they're starting to relate to what he says because they see the exact same things that Tom is seeing. They're seeing the exact same things where, it's, and where, if you're a patriot, you're evil and all this sort of stuff. All the stuff that he's singing about lately. And then he gets vilified by the media for it, calling him all sorts of names. So I get the pressure.
I'm in the clouds, I can't reach the ground. They're coming in crowds, blew me.
By the way, next time you see Tom in public, guys, just ask him, how you been, man? Don't make everything about you and how you're honoured to hit it. Like, don't get me wrong, as an artist, that stuff would be great. But just say, yo, bro, how are you? Shake his hand, like, buy him a fucking beer or something, These artists are people. Treat them like people.
Up like a balloon and let me go. Watch me float away while I scream no. Every time I get close, they pull out their phones. Like maybe this time we can see them explode. Blew me up like a balloon and let me go. They all throwing rocks cause they tryna poke holes. They wanna see me pop, they don't wanna see me blow. They're the reason that I'm gone, they don't wanna see me go. Blew me up like a balloon and left me.
Obviously, there he's talking about how people, they want to see him pop, they want to see him fail, their pressures. This is obviously the opposite side of the pressure, where obviously he has pressure to succeed or pressure to fail. He's got these two groups, these fans that are like, obviously trying to help him, and I'm not saying what they do is wrong. It's great as an artist, as a YouTuber or anything like that, to have someone come up and say, man, I love your music, I love your content. I love it when people do it in the comments. But at the end of the day, he also has these other people who are trying to make him fail. And he has these two opposing forces.
It's the times when I could go outside. I didn't have to watch my back out of the corner of my eye. I didn't have to fake a smile and pose for pictures all the time. Can't even lie, I miss when time was really mine. Now I just belong to everybody else but me. These panic attacks are making it awful hard to breathe. Built a vocal booth inside the crib and stopped making beats. Don't even rap, I stand inside of it and scream. Like, this is not what I expected. I work my hands to the bone, and my anxiety is triggered by the apps on my phone. I tried deleting them so the internet would leave me alone, but the lack of attention made me feel worse than before. Oof. I'm sick of it all. The internet watching me trip when I fall. Embarrassed that everyone witnesses all. My illness isn't real time. Man, I'm addicted to y'all. Rappers Twitter, don't get me involved. I'm posing for photos with fans in the mall and dying inside, pretending I'm strong. I'm not a celebrity, I am just Tom.
So basically there, I love the whole thing is like, he's talking about how he's just Tom MacDonald. He's not a celebrity, he's just Tom. Right? And he's talking about, obviously, about how, you know, he has these rappers on Twitter, you know, tweeting at him and all this time. You know, where he can't go outside and just spend time with him at Nova, presumably. Because at the end of the day, obviously, he goes outside, everybody's going to recognize him. And people are going to be, like, coming up and going, like, Tom, you know. He just wants to be left alone. And he's not the first person to say this. Eminem has also talked about this in the past. You know, Eminem's talked about the fact that, you know, he can't go to the bathroom without people wanting an autograph, right? So, you know, there was something else.
Embarrassed that everyone witnesses all. My illness and lack of attention made me feel worse.
So there, that lack of attention. That's obviously, that's the pitfall when it comes to fame, right? You get all this attention, and then he's like, you know, like, I hate the attention. I can't leave my home. I can't be just myself. But then when he disappears off the internet for a day, 2 days, a month, like he's just recently had this whole month off. And I presume that was all for his mental health. At the end of the day, he's like, you know, I didn't get the attention, you know, because this is the thing artists also want is, you know, well, some of us really don't want the fucking attention. But I was going to say, but as an artist, you know, this is what makes you an artist, right? Is the fact that you want that attention, that validation sort of thing. And he's like, it's these opposing forces where, you know, he doesn't want the fame because he wants to be himself. He wants to be able to go down to the park and play on a swing without people coming up wanting an autograph, man, right? But also he wants the attention because he's an artist, right? He's an artist. He wants people to validate and to attention, give him attention and everything else that it's in that mindset of what makes you become an artist in the first place. It's a, yeah.
Embarrassed that everyone's posing for photos. Float away, well, I scream no. Every time I get close, they pull out their phones. Like maybe this time we can see them explode. Blew me up like a balloon and let me go. They are throwing rocks cause they tryna poke holes. They wanna see me pop, they don't wanna see me blow. For the reason that I'm gone, they don't wanna see me go. Blew me up like a balloon and left me. I miss the years when
I love that fucking beat. I love that chorus.
Every Friday wasn't spent with my therapist. Then I realized I hated fame and accepted I'm scared of it. I got Ativan, Cipralex, Xanax, and Seroquel in a Tupperware container. I don't touch, I just stare at them. Breathing exercise is supposed to help me to cope, but nothing works quite as good as a bottle of Jack and a smoke. I try to focus on my breath, but it gets stuck in my throat. This never happened back when I was young and happy and broke. I never thought I'd be the rapper all these rappers trying to be. Posting 20 times a day, now I don't have no privacy. Meeting with these major label CEOs with giant teams. If y'all want to do business, why are y'all trying to lie to me? I'm bored of the
Oof! Oh my god, talk about that.
Every time it feels fresh again, I'm getting more of the same. Interviewers think they know who I am, they made up their mind before I explain. Well, because you asked so nice, I guess I'll tell. Ain't been feeling too hot lately, Jim. Is there anything else? Great, cause lately every day I feel like I'm living in hell. I'm glad the music helps you, but I might really kill myself. When this magazine gets printed, can you send one to my house? I'd like to own a tiny piece of me like everybody else.
So there he's talking about so much to unpack in that. First of all, about all the antidepressant drugs, the anti-anxiety medications and stuff that he has in the Tupperware container, right? The Seroquel and Xanax and all that sort of stuff, right? But Tom, man, I know it's hard. I don't know it's hard, but I can imagine it's hard, right? Whatever you do, that shit will make things 1,000 times worse. And I'm so glad that you look at it and say, fuck no. Because so many people go down that road and they don't come back. Hang on, my alarm's gone off. Let me pause for a sec. Right, sorry about that. But yeah, apparently, just talking about that stuff, obviously that shit is poison. It's really bad stuff. There's so many people that I've been speaking to that are like ex-Marines. They get prescribed all that stuff. And it just makes them suicidal. It makes them feel worse. And then he's talking about the major labels wanting to do business with him, but they're just lying to you. Yeah, man, like we'll be able to get your records, yeah, tenfold, man, and all these sort of half-baked promises that he knows are lies. Right? These promises that they tell these upcoming artists to get them wrapped up into the deal so that they can own a piece of their ass for the next millennia. And he's like, dude, I know you're lying. And here's the thing, Tom, man, you don't need them. You are doing so much better than some of the major label artists out there. And he knows this, right? He knows this. But all they're going to do is they're going to sterilize you, the music, I mean, and make it so that it's the mundane shit. You'd end up start rapping about Xanax and all this sort of bullshit, right? Just keep doing what you're doing, man. I know it sucks, but keep doing, man. But at the end of the day, like, he's talking about the dangers and the pitfalls, and then he's like going to these interviews, and then people are like, like, how are you, Tom? That the whole fake stuff, like, oh, Tom, it's so glad to have you here. How are you? But here's the thing. They're already made up their mind or their opinion about you before they even met you. That's what he's talking about here. He's like, to give an example, right? Say he goes on CNN, for example, or MSNBC, or whatever it may, or Fox even, right? They already have these pre-described ideas of what it's like to be Tom, or what they think of Tom, right? If he goes on to some far left wing like CNN, then at the end of the day, he's going to be painted as a homophobe, or whatever it may be, transphobe, or whatever, right? He goes on Fox News, he's going to be, prescribed as a hero, all this sort of stuff, right? These people aren't just having a conversation with the artist, right? They have these beliefs in what the artist is already going to be like long before the interview comes, and not all of it's going to be good. A lot of it is going to be negative because the media wants to sell papers. The media wants to sell news items and headlines and stuff like that, right? And to be honest, false headlines like Tom MacDonald's a transphobe sells a lot more people, sells a lot more artists, sells a lot more magazines, a lot more clicks on their website than Tom MacDonald stands for everything we believe in, or whatever it may be, right? The tragedy sells. And mainstream media is in nothing more. If one thing you take away from this business, do not believe the mainstream media regarding anything. They are always got a narrative, always got an agenda. I can't believe in 2021 people still watch the news and still believe what they're told. This is a conversation for another day, but you just look, the people running around freaking out about, beer bug. They're the ones that watch the media all the time. It's propaganda. It's like what Dax says, right? It's propaganda. And it's just there to make you fear, constantly. Fear. Because at the end of the day, fear sells. But people don't realise what the media is doing. And I still can't believe they get away with it. But regardless.
Watch me float away while I scream no. Every time I get close, they pull out their phones. Like maybe this time we can see them explode. Blew me up like a balloon and let me go. They all throwing rocks cause they tryna poke holes. They wanna see me pop, they don't wanna see me blow. They're the reason that I'm gone, they don't wanna see me go. Blew me up like a balloon and left me.
I want to know who Dave MacDonald is. Let me just double check. Dave MacDonald is American auto racing champion. Okay, that's probably not the one he's talking about. So, his parents... Can't see. Can't see where his parents have been listed. I know he's mentioned him in the past, but shot and directed by Nova. Special effects. Okay, special effects are by Dave MacDonald. Alright. So, yeah, special effects are Dave. Alright, so maybe it's his dad, maybe? Yeah. I thought that was special effects. I thought that was, yeah, obviously. So, yeah, it says down here, when you go down, special effects by Dave MacDonald. Look, at the end of the day, I love this beat. I really, really do. It is just, it's a really, really good beat. I'm so going to like this on my other account. It's had 71k likes at the moment, 900 downs. He says in the pinned comment, a lot of people think political songs is all I have to offer. How'd you feel about this one? Everyone share the video, blah, 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 blah. I loved it. I really, really did. Top comment was, as a veteran who struggles with PTSD on a daily basis, I really appreciate how you captured the insanity of my panic attacks and the mental health problems. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it's all about, right? This whole song is about his mental health and how, you know, it's a constant struggle being famous because, you know, obviously you want the fame because of the attention, but, you know, you also want to be able to go and just spend 5 or 10 minutes on your own because you just want to be you, you know? You don't want to be locked inside your house because you're afraid to go outside because people might come up and want photos and stuff. And it's all about his mental health. And I loved it. I loved the song. I really, really did. Guys, I will put a link in the description below to the original song from Tom MacDonald. Please go listen to it, have it on repeat, smack that like button, go through, do the buying it on iTunes and Spotify and all that sort of stuff to help promote it. He's done a really amazing job with this song and I really, really loved it. Guys, apart from that, let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Did you like the song? Did you hate it? What was your thoughts about it? Did you think I captured it correctly? Is there anything I missed? Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Apart from that, guys, obviously the video has been helpful. Smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night and enjoy, everybody.